September 18th, and we have readings in 1 Corinthians and in Acts. So we're going to go to Acts. We'll pick it up in chapter 18, verse 24. It says, "A Jew named Apollos, a native of Alexandria, came to Ephesus. He was an eloquent man, competent in the Scriptures. He had been instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in spirit, he spoke and taught accurately the things concerning Jesus, though he knew only the baptism of John. He began to speak boldly in the synagogue, but when Priscilla and Aquila heard him, they took him aside and explained to him the way of God more accurately. And when he wished to cross to Achaia, the brothers encouraged him and wrote to the disciples to welcome him. And he arrived, he greatly helped those who through grace had believed. He powerfully refuted the Jews in public, showing by the Scriptures that the Christ was Jesus." It's a great little event that happens here. It's a little side note almost, right? It's not the main thing of what's going on, but what it represents and what it speaks to us and helps us understand is, one, you don't wait till you know everything to start teaching and start telling what you know, right? Apollos came and he's got some competency in the Scriptures. He was eloquent, he could speak, and he's just talking about Jesus. And he's fervent, right? And so he was passionate about these things. And Aquila and Priscilla hear him and realize, okay, he's got some things, but he's missing some other things. And so rather than just dismiss him, throw out the baby with the bathwater, so to speak, he's going to take him aside and say, hey, look, here's a little more to the story. Here's a little more information that are going to help you more accurately preach the gospel. And he receives it, and he continues on with a powerful ministry. And what do we do, and what do we have in our world today? Well, we have all these internet gurus who like to shoot down and go after anyone who doesn't believe how they believe or teach how they teach. And I get it. There's places for some of these things because there's a lot of these public ministries, and so then they feel like it's open to the public, so public should hear why they're bad or something like that. But just in a practical matter, right, within the body of Christ, in our own fellowship or in your own fellowship, wherever you may be watching this, this is something we can do together, right? Someone in the church is growing up in the Lord, and they're just passionate about the things of God, and they start teaching and talking about God and the Scriptures. And then you just notice, okay, there's an area here that they're missing, or that they seem to be a little off in, and maybe because they just don't know, right? Then you don't just say, oh, you're done, you can't teach anymore. You just bring them aside, go ahead, let's go over this. Here's a little more information. Here's a little bit more about what it means. And if they're teachable, right, like it's kind of a big deal, right? Because Apollos could have been like, hey, look at the crowds, look how I'm doing. But he had a humble spirit, and he's teachable, and it's really one of the best things that you can have is to be teachable and realize none of us have the whole picture, and we need each other to encourage, to exhort, to help, to strengthen, and encourage the body of Christ together. Till next time.